If you're a consultant and you're thinking of using YouTube to get you clients, then you need to watch this video. If we haven't met already, my name is Anthony English, and on this channel I share advice on how consultants can build their business with confidence. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so you don't miss any videos from me. So there are a few pros and cons I've seen about getting YouTube to get you clients. Let's look at them. If you're a consultant, then chances are you are selling either face-to-face or over video conferencing, such as over Zoom. And so YouTube, in that sense, is more of a continuation of the conversation. And so that can be much more powerful than email or blog posts or social media posts for that matter. When people are on YouTube, they're expecting to watch video. That's not the case on some other channels such as LinkedIn. Yes, you do have video, but you've probably got to put in a fairly decent text post as well so that people can read the text post and then decide are they going to watch the video or not. But on YouTube, what are they here for? Exactly, video. And the next big plus of YouTube is that your content can stay and live and live and live and can be even evergreen content. I had a video that I recorded back in July last year, and now 10 months later, it's still getting me a lot of traffic, hundreds of views every single day. And the fourth reason is that YouTube is a search engine. Well, what does that mean? It means that people are able to search for a particular problem, a particular issue that they have got, and find your video as the result. That's much better than on social media, where you're kind of dependent on working the algorithm and the time of the day that you post and how you've tagged and a whole lot of things that you may just turn up without people necessarily looking for you. Okay, those are some of the pros in favor of YouTube, but what are the cons? Well, one of the cons is video can be really hard to make, especially if you want to do editing and beautiful thumbnails, and it can be really hard, right? There are ways around that, but look, let's face it. If you're not a video editor, if you're not used to going on camera, that can be a bit of a struggle for you. Another challenge with YouTube is that it can be more of a broadcast and less of a dialogue. When you're on social media platforms such as LinkedIn, you're more likely to expect to have comments, direct messages from people, more of a conversation. Now on YouTube, people are more consumers and they're less in the dialogue. And so what that means is that it can be a bit hard to develop a relationship with people over YouTube. Also, on YouTube, people are more anonymous. You are getting people with, like I've got world leaders follow me. I'm not sure if they really do, but there they are on YouTube. And I get cartoon characters as well. Things that you would not usually see on LinkedIn, where people are more themselves. And so that can create a barrier between you and your audience as well, between you and your prospective client. And the next challenge with trying to build your business over YouTube is that, well, what do people do next? You can ask them to click like, and to subscribe to your channel. Oh, wait. But what next? How do you get them to move from watching you on YouTube to booking a call or taking them to your website or onto your email list? Now, you may be able to monetize your channel by turning on ads. To do that, at the moment, you've got to get 4,000 hours of watch time of your videos, your public videos, and you've got to hit 1,000 subscribers to your channel. Now, that's a very different business model from consulting for an individual client or for a small number of clients, isn't it? You can do it, but it's still not exactly getting clients for consulting, is it? So there are a lot of pros and cons for having a YouTube channel to build your consultancy. It can be a lot of work, can be uncomfortable getting on camera, and all of that may not actually lead to new clients, right? So what I recommend you do is at least get people subscribing to your channel, getting used to hearing from you and getting used to hearing your voice and seeing your face anyway. And then what you can do is lead them maybe to your website, perhaps at least to social media, but ideally onto your email list. And really ideally is to get them onto a call with you. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to create a YouTube video with a really hard pitch for your services, but repeat visitors are important. So having people see you on YouTube and then see you again and again and again and again, it kind of wears them down. Eventually they give up and just take my money. You can also use YouTube to raise awareness of what it is that you do. For example, you could create a short set of videos on a very common problem that people usually have. And you can say, well, here is my approach to addressing that problem. But you could take them through a common challenge and you can show them that it's harder than they thought, but it's also more possible than they imagined. So it's more difficult than, hey, this is not something that you can just do by yourself, but it's also not so unachievable that they might as well give up even trying to fix that problem. So ultimately, pro or con, does YouTube work to get you clients? Well, I think on the whole, it's a good idea. It's a good channel. Not the only channel, but I think it's a good channel, a good opportunity for you to build a dialogue, to create a dialogue, and to build a conversation with prospects, so that then they get on a call with you, and next thing, ka-ching! Hey, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you're going to be missing out on some incredible. Just subscribe.